Omaha police are looking for three armed men who terrorized an elderly couple at gunpoint. They forced them out of their car and then they drove away with it.
This violent carjacking took place last night. It was around 8 o'clock in the northern part of our city, and John Chapman has the details.
Somewhere in the metro area, three crooks are driving around or have dumped a 15-year-old Buick LeSabre. That car belonged to Dwight Morris and his wife Alta. The couple were dropping off a relative in North Omaha when a dark-colored SUV approached their car. Three armed men got out of the SUV. They wanted the couple's car.
When I'm pointing a gun at my head and says, "Get out or I'll plug you," or cap you. And so I got out.
The other two men walked to the other side of the car, pointed guns at Dwight's wife and his relative, and demanded they get out of the car.
She had her purse on her shoulder because she was going to walk in the house with her sister. And he reached in and grabbed her purse, and my wife resisted. And he yanked it off of her shoulder, and she's got bruises down in through here. Wrist here is all bruised up and scraped up. And in the process, I guess it's either his hand or his elbow got her inside the face.
Dwight tells us just how desperate the crooks seemed to be.
The guy that stole her purse come around, put his hand in my pocket, took 2 quarters, then took my billfold.
Two of the suspects drove off of the SUV. The other was driving off in Dwight's car. But Dwight's wife, still shocked by the incident, was still sitting in the doorwell of her car.
So I run around and I grabbed my wife and I pulled her up and pulled her away from the car so he wouldn't take off with her there, because and the car door hit my wife a little bit as he was backing out. So he was taking off with her sitting there.
Today, Dwight is on the phone, telling his story to his insurance company.
I think it's just ridiculously dumb. Why people have to do this kind of stuff to anyone, let alone 80-year-old people. Why they pick on old people, and just cowardice. That's all I can say, just a bunch of cowards.
Dwight's wife had to go to the hospital. She's back home now recovering. Police are investigating the incident. Reporting live with photographer Mike Plews, John Chapman, WOWT 6 News.
Thanks, John. The bad guys are driving an old Buick LeSabre.
If you know anything about the robbery, call Crime Stoppers. The number is 402-444-STOP.